So as everybody knows, it is All-Star Week. The festivities actually get started on Thursday with the All-Star Draft. On Friday, the skills competition and the All-Star Game itself on Saturday, all on the ESPN family of networks. But Wysh, let's focus on Thursday, the draft. It's back. And we thought, why don't we get into the festive spirit and do our own ESPN The Drop NHL All-Star mock draft? But there's only two of us and there are four teams. So what are we going to do about the other two teams, Wysh?
So we have a simple solution for this, ladies and gentlemen, which is that Arda will pick one team. He will represent, of course, Austin Matthews and Morgan Riley and Justin Bieber by proxy. I will, of course, take on the role of an honorary Hughes brother along with Jack and Quinn. And then we're going to have two teams drafted through particularly odd means. First off, Nathan MacKinnon and Cale Makar. What do you think about when you think of the Colorado Avalanche and their success? You think about a very, very smart front office that is analytic driven. So we're going to draft a team based solely on the Athletics net rating numbers generated by Dom from The Athletic. It is the data-driven team that is captained by Nathan MacKinnon and Cale Makar. The other team, we got one more team, and obviously that's the Connor McDavid, Leon Draisaitl team. And when you think about the Edmonton Oilers, you think about what, Arda? You think about starting off terribly and firing their coach, and you think about them going on huge, gigantic winning streaks to get them back into relevancy and trying to win the Stanley Cup and be the favorite to win it. They're Team Chaos. So for that team, we are using an AI randomizer to filter the names through, and we're going to go one by one down their list. That will be Team Chaos. And at the end of the day, we'll find out who the best GM is. Is it me? Is it you? Is it Fancy Stats? Or is it Chaos?
Team Fancy Stats brought to you by Dom of The Athletic. Team Chaos brought to you by Pete Blackburn and DJ Bean. Shout out to those guys.
That's right. Our friends in multi-platform podcasting, DJ and Pete.
Exactly. All right, so let's go through this. Do I get the first overall pick?
Arda, we're going alphabetical, and A it goes before G, it comes before D, and it comes before C. So obviously, sir, you pick first.
Now, are we doing goalies first? Are we doing players?
Let's take the goalies off the board first.
Let's take them
off the board first. And I should say, for the data team on this one, since Dom does not cover goaltending necessarily in his player ratings, we're going to go with the top goalies in goals saved above expected per 60 via Money Puck. So again, above board, all of it, data driven. Let's go.
With the first selection, Team Arda chooses Connor Hellebuyck.
You know, I had a feeling you might go there. So Team Wysh will then go with Thatcher Ademko as my pick.
Solid choice.
That means that Team Data, well, actually, I guess Team Chaos alphabetically would go next. So Team Chaos shall select Igor Shchurkin. That's the next name on Team Chaos's board.
Maximum Chaos. Okay.
Maximum Chaos there. And then Team Data will snag Jeremy Swayman as the next name on the goals saved above expected list.
Good numbers there. Yes. Solid duo. Or solid selections by all of us. They're all great goaltenders. All right, moving on. We are now onto the players.
No. We got to take another goalie, bud.
Oh, wait, we got to pick another goalie. Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, so Hellebuyck, Swayman, Demko, and Shesterkin are gone. Look at me. I'd make a terrible general manager. I'd just skip goaltenders altogether.
You're You're the guy who gets yelled at by Bettman at the draft for taking too long.
Come on, you're on the clock.
We're all waiting for you, Arda.
You know what? I know that he hasn't had the greatest year, but I'm going to go Jake Ottinger. Give me Jake. He's going to be great in the All-Star game.
I truly do not have any problem with that pick. I think Jake Ottinger is probably the best goalie on the board still. I will take Boofa. I'll take Bob off the board. I'll take Sergei Bobrovsky, which means that Cam Talbot is the randomizer choice, and and Alexander Grigoriev is the data choice. So there you go. There are your goaltenders for all of our teams. I think you did pretty well for yourself there, Arda.
I think I have a terrific tandem. Congratulations to me for winning the All-Star team.
And do I have to point out both American? Do I have to point it out?
please. Does anyone want to trade? Dom,
Let's go,
would you like to
baby.
make a trade? Team randomizer. This is like playing like NHL 24 where you're putting in trades where you're like trying to give the least to get the most to see if it'll work.
Trade denied.
Yeah. With my first selection as a player, it's hard to go. Oh, man. Yeah, you know what? It's hard to go against Nikita Kucherov. He's probably win the Art Ross. Let's go Kucherov.
All right, so Cooch off the board there for you. I will take David Pastrnak off the board. When I think of All-Star games, when I think of Flash and Dash, I think of a man who wore mirrored sunglasses to a game in Lake Tahoe. I think of David Pastrnak. Randomizer Team Chaos. See, this is why we call it Team Chaos, ladies and gentlemen, because the top pick for Team Chaos. And I'm sorry, Connor and Leon. I know you want to play with, Sid or Pedersen or someone. It's Travis Konechny. He is the top pick for Team Chaos. So he is off the board.
Let's go.
Sorry to say, Arda. And then for Team Data, Sam Reinhart, to the surprise of no one, very high in Dom's ranking. So Sam Reinhart joins Team Data with MacKinnon and Makar.
My next selection is Sidney Crosby. I'm going Sid.
That breaks my heart.
Yep, give me Sid. Thank you.
I really wanted Sid on my team. I need that level of leadership. With him off the board, and Cooch off the board. Give me, you know who I'm gonna take? Who I think is gonna be fun. Give me Marner. He's gonna be performing for the home crowd. Give me Mitch Marner on my team. The Hughes boys and Marner. I see no reason why it can't be great. Okay. Team Chaos. Again, we mentioned Chaos a few times in describing this team. Connor, Leon, great news. You'll be well protected. Tom Wilson joins Team Chaos via the randomizer.
This randomizer is really trolling us today.
This randomizer is incredible. Go home, Wilson. Randomizer. You're drunk. Team Data. Elias Pettersson is the next one on Dom's ranking, so he joins Team Data.
I need some. I'm gonna up the personality quotient. I'm gonna go completely off the board with my next pick. Give me Brady Tkachuk. That's my next
I like
pick.
that. I like that. You need a little bit of a personality there. Holding up the banner for the Tkachuk family. Okay. Listen. I already took Marner. I feel like when you watch these All-Star games, usually it's somebody to cater to the home crowd that ends up being MVP or whatever. Give me Slick Willie. Give me Willie Styles. Give me Willie Nylander. He's off the board.
Can I say you're going to be the home team?
I am. I mean, the Hughes boys are lovable. The Hughes boys are lovable, and I've got two Leafs, and I don't have Bieber, the most decisive Toronto adjacent person involved in the All-Star game. Team Randomizer takes Brock Besser, probably their best pick so far, and then Team Data takes Kirill Kaprizov. Kirill the Thrill, $1 Kirill, y'all, is a member of Team Data with MacKinnon and Makar.
You know what would be funny?
Yes.
If we had more time to do this, I would persuade you to trade Marner and Nylander to me so that I could just complete the Leafs Voltron for the All-Star game.
I guess, again, this is why you are a terrible general manager, because the person I'd ask for is Matthews. So you could never complete the Triforce with my chips that I can play in this trade.
This is terrible. You're right. And you know what? Fine. Let them be separate. It'll be more fun that way. All right, let's see. You know what? I can see Philip Forsberg pulling off something magnificent at the All-Star game. In fact, I would encourage it. I'm the guy that's going into the locker room and being like, Philip, as many Michigans as you want, buddy. So Philip Forsberg is my selection.
I like it. To that end, when you think about a guy who really loves playing in an All-Star game because maybe he doesn't always get to flaunt the offensive fireworks where he plays, although maybe he will now under Patrick Waugh, who knows. Matt Barzal will be my choice. Take Matty off the board. Good choice. I'll take him on my team. I'm sure him and the Hughes boys know each other well from lamenting about all the attention the Rangers get. Next one on Team Chaos, JT Miller joins our boys Connor and Leon. Of course, not a bad choice right there. With Miller off the board, Miller was going to be the next choice for Team Data. Now they're going to have to settle for Sebastian Aho, the Finnish Flash, one of our favorite little players in this league. Aho joins MacKinnon and Makar.
I'm going to go with the hot hand right now. Give me Frankie Vetrano. Why not?
Whoa!
Give me Frankie. He's going to be a personality guy, and also he's had a hot start, so he's going to keep it going in the All-Star game. I like it.
The internet's hockey boyfriend, Frank Vetrano, joins Team Arda.
Yep.
Okay, listen, if you're taking Vetrano, then I'm going to take this guy off the board. Give me Nick Suzuki, another guy who really loves playing in the All-Star game. Look, when you've been wallowing in the muck and mire of irrelevance in Montreal, which again is very odd to say, but we've been there for like a while. You look forward to the All-Star game. I remember watching the joy in Nick Suzuki's eye as he played like frisbee hockey golf or whatever the hell that thing was. He'll love to play in the All-Star game, that's for sure. Okay. Suzuki off the board. The next choice for Team Chaos, Robert Thomas, one of my favorite players. Robert Thomas was also going to be the next pick for Team Data, which means that they will go to Vinny Trocheck. Vinny Trocheck, the big replacement for the Rangers, joins MacKinnon and McCarr.
I'm going to select Rasmus Dahlin as my next pick. I'm going to instruct him to be as defensive-minded as possible. First and only time that's ever happened at the All-Star game. Finish your checks, dump and chase. I want some good, clean trap hockey out there.
I'm really shocked, actually, that there even is a defenseman in this All-Star game outside of Quinn and Kale. All right. Another guy that I think really loves the All-Star experience. It's flash and dash. You don't got to worry about nobody coming down and pulverizing you because you're 5'6". Alex DeBrincat will join my team. The cat, meow, joins his American buddies, the Quinn and Jack, on my team.
Okay.
Randomizer, Clayton Keller is the next pick for the randomizer. The next highest pick for Team Chaos. Let's get cracking, baby. Oliver Bjorkstrand joins MacKinnon and McCarr on Team Data. Dom cracking his knuckles, saying a very good choice, my friend.
Indeed. I will then, with my final pick, select Kyle Connor. That's a solid last pick, by the way.
Dude, you could do a lot worse than the guy who scores
pick.
Like every third shift.
Yeah, I mean, not bad at all.
You can not bad at all, indeed. All right. So from the ones that are left here, I guess I will take is Keller off the board?
Yeah.
Okay. Keller's off the board. All right. I will take
Elias Lindholm, Tomas Hertl, and Boone Jenner.
Yes, I see. The guy I'm going to take, Arda, is a ray of sunshine, a human rainbow, somebody who brings joy to whatever team he's on, be it, well, I guess the San Jose Sharks or an all-star team. It's Tomas Hertl, one of my favorite single players in the world, which means the final pick for Team Randomizer is Elias Lindholm, and the final pick for Team Data, even though he's a -2 in net rating, is Boone Jenner. So those are your all-star teams, folks. To recap, Team Arda, Austin Matthews, Morgan Riley, Connor Hellebuck, Jake Ottinger, Nikita Kucherov, Sidney Crosby, Brady Tkachuk, Philip Forsberg, Frank Vetrano, Rasmus Dahlin, Kyle Connor. Team Greg, the Hughes boys, Thatcher Demko, Sergei Bobrovsky, David Pastrnak, Mitch Marner, William Nylander, Matthew Barzal, Nick Suzuki, Alex DeBrincat, and Tomas Hertl. Team Chaos, Connor McDavid, Leon Draisaitl, Igor Shesterkin, Cam Talbot, Travis Konecny, Tom Wilson, Brock Besser, JT Miller, Robert Thomas, Clayton Keller, and Elias Lindholm. And finally, Team Data, Nathan MacKinnon, Cale Makar, Jeremy Swayman, Alexander Georgiev, Sam Reinhart, Elias Pettersson, Kirill Kaprizov, Sebastian Aho, Vincent Trocheck, Oliver Bjorkstrand, and of course, Boone Jenner. I'm feeling pretty good about my team. I don't feel really good about them scoring on your team necessarily, because I think you've got the two best goalies, maybe perhaps on the board outside of Demko. But I mean, listen, I think we all have a certain John Scott-esque curiosity about Team Chaos, I think, at this point.
I love my team. Nikita Kucherov is going to lead the way. Sidney Crosby is going to just dish him apples all night. Brady Tkachuk is going to be the vibes guy. Philip Forsberg is going to give me a couple of SportsCenter top 10 highlights. Frankie Vetrano is going to be in the mix. Rasmus Dahlin is going to play stay-at-home defense, and Kyle Connor is going to pot some as well. I think I'm going to win this whole thing, honestly.
Well, I think that's probably true, unless, of course, I've got a little bit more Maple Leaf magic than you do with Mitch and Willie on my team, baby.
Why wouldn't you let me trade?